everybody, it is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers tuning in. So we are going to follow the vein of Father's Day, and we're going to be creating a Father's Day tumbler for my husband, but we're going to be doing that by engraving this design that I got from Creative Fabrica. So it's a really nice design, and you have a couple of different options. So you have the dad fist bumping here with two children, and I have my kids' names there. So we're going to be engraving this with the Creality Falcon A1. And to do that, we're also going to be using their Rotary Pro kit. So I'm going to walk you through the whole process of setting up the Rotary Pro kit in Falcon Design Space and onto the machine. So I'm going to show you how to mount your tumbler, what settings you need to use in Falcon Design Space, and we're going to do this. So I'm continuing my series on working with the Creality Falcon A1. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching, and you can also consider subscribing. So let's jump right in and make this awesome Father's Day gift. Okay, so welcome to Falcon Design Space. And if you're just getting into engraving and you get the Falcon A1, this program is free. And there are some things that remind me a lot of Cricut Design Space. Lots of us crafters have Cricut. So when you land on this page with all these projects. I'm planning to do this one. This is a pencil engraving jig. So you can actually get all your pencils in and get them engraved and all of that. So I'm going to be trying that one. But you can come to new projects. You will end up on your canvas. So I just say this because if you're a cricketer, there are some things that you will actually recognize. All right. So on the left panel, you have your shapes, you have your text, you have your image gallery that you can pick some stuff. And of course, you have your import. All right. So if you want to import, you just click on that. So at the top here, if you have your image, you have your position, you can size it, you can rotate it. On the right, you have this panel. If you click on it, you can say whether you're going to do a line engrave, a fill engraving, or you plan to cut. All right. And then further down, this is where you can state what your material is and what your processing settings are. Now, the program here, you are able to select different materials. So over here, you can go with a plank, and that would be like your basswood board, your A4 oak plywood. So you can order all of these from Creality. And when you click on all of these here, you get some presets. So you can go ahead if you're doing bamboo, different types of papers, acrylic. And if you notice here, all the acrylic, you're looking at the different types of acrylic you can have. You can have mirrored acrylic, transparent acrylic, frosted acrylic, opaque acrylic. And if you notice, they actually have the colors. So remember, we're using a diode laser, and your diode lasers are usually in the visible spectrum. So your diode lasers that you'd normally use, these are going to be blue lasers. All right. Your blue lasers have shorter wavelengths, and so they carry more energy. So you would use a blue laser. Now, because you're in the visible spectrum, the interaction between a blue laser and something that is going to be colored is going to be different. So depending on the color of the acrylic you're using, then the software will give you what your speed and your power will be based on the colors. All right. So again, you have leather. There's a perfume bottle. You have the brand badge. You have other. So inside here, you have knitted socks, keychains, coasters, different items that you can engrave on. All right. So your settings, you have presets. Now, if you are going to do something else, you could start off with one of the presets, and you can manually change the settings as well. All right. So we are going to engrave a tumbler today. So I'm just going to go ahead and select brushed stainless steel. And we're going to select that. All right. And so if it is, let's come up here to the canvas where I have rotary processing. So we can do plane processing. Plane processing would be if in the XY direction to engrave or to cut. And your other processing is going to be rotary. So if you have the roller kit or you have the chuck kit, you need to select one of these. Now, one of the reasons why I really wanted to run through this video is that when I first tried to do a tumbler, I had been selecting the roller kit, all right? And it just kept rolling 360 and messing up my design. After that, I realized that what I needed to have selected based on the equipment I have is the chuck kit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the file that we're going to use. All right, so you can come over to Input, and the input window will pop up, and then you can go ahead and look for your file. I have the file folder open, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and drag the file in. So before I drag in the file that I'm using is the dad fist bump, and you have it where you can have one child, two children, three, etc. So I'm going to pull in the one with two children. I'm just going to drag and drop the SVG. So you can use a PNG file. If you use a PNG file, then you're going to have to trace the photo to basically turn it into an SVG. So I would just drag in an SVG whenever I can. So right now it is going to be on line engraving. I actually want this to be a fill engraving. So I'm just going to come over to the panel here on the right and select fill engraving, and you'll see that it's nice and filled out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add names to this. All right. So you just go to the text window here, and you can go ahead and type. I'm just going to add the names. So what we're going to do is we need to first measure the tumbler so that we can put in the correct specifications into the software. So this ruler came with the Rotary Pro. So we're just going to so in the software it is set to millimeters. So we're just going to go ahead and measure it in centimeters, since the ruler gives us centimeters, and whatever we get, we just multiply that by 10. So this is at, if you can see that, it's at 27. Right in this space right here, you'll enter your 270, and it will give you your diameter. All right, so here's the Falcon A1. You may notice that it is much higher than it was in previous videos. So in order to use the Rotary Pro, you have to raise it up so that when you put it in, the laser can sit on top of your tumbler, or it can sit above your tumbler. So to do this, you would need to purchase the extra risers. So this is, you can buy a set of 4, I think you can buy a set of 8 and a set of 12. So this is a set of 12 that I got from Amazon. I'll definitely link it for you. And I'm glad I didn't just buy 4, because for the Rotary Pro to fit, I had to use 8 of these. So this is the riser, and you just connect them together. So what you would do is to right here, this is the base that it came on. You'll unscrew that and you'll screw it into you'd screw it into this end of the riser. So in order for the rotary pro to fit properly, you need to use two of these along with the end that came in the A1 to get it high enough. All right. So the other thing that you'll need to do is the tray that comes inside of the A1, you need to remove it. There are 4 screws there, 4 little screws. You just need to screw them out and it pops right out super easy. So when you open it up, you have a nice free space that you can put in the Rotary Pro. So let's go ahead and set up the Rotary Pro. Okay, so this is your Rotary Pro that you're going to get connected to. It comes with your cables. And remember at the setup, the first setup video, I showed you a set of cables that this came with to plug into the side in order for you to attach the roller. So you're just going to take the cable that it came with and you're going to hook it up right underneath here. Okay, so it goes in and it fits right in here. Then you're going to take the other end of this cable and connect it to the cable that came with the A1 so you can plug it in. All right, so what you have your rotary chuck right here, and this is where your tumbler is going to sit and rotate, and you also have the end of it here to help to stabilize and level your tumbler. So we're going to go ahead and set it up now. So so you have a couple of ways that you can connect the Rotary Pro. So we can just unscrew this and slide it out the way for now. So you can connect your tumbler where these are sitting on the outside of your tumbler, or you can connect it so they sit on the inside. I'm going to let it sit on the inside because I want as much of this distance as possible to engrave on. So how you're going to set it up, the first thing that you're going to do is to lock this rotating pin so that you can resize it. You can open it or close it to make it fit. That doesn't work so well when you're trying. If this is not locked and rotating, it's a little bit difficult to work with this part. So you have this locking pin right here. So we're going to go ahead and set up. So we have two arrows on the side of our number 2. We're going to go ahead and set that right in the center here. And then we're going to turn this screw to the right. And that will lock the rotation. So as you can see, this can no longer move, but we can rotate this. Now this opens and closes these jaws. So you can open the jaws enough for this to sit inside of the jaws and it locks this. But for me, it reduces the amount of distance I'm going to have to engrave on. So I'm going to close the jaws up by turning to the left so that I can make sure these jaws are on the inside. I need to make sure it's on the inside of my tumbler. So I'm just going to secure it on right there, and I'm going to turn to the right to make it open. All right, so that's pretty much stuck right there. And for added security, I'm just going to move this up, and I'm just going to screw everything down right here so it can't move. So we want to be able to engrave right along this area here. So what we're going to do now is to just go ahead and turn this to the left, and we're going to be opening. Okay, so we want to open it enough so it rotates completely. So let's open that some more. All right, and we're rotating. All right, so we just want to make sure it is rotating freely so that our design will get done properly. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the rotary tool. I'm just going to put my cord in, stick my hand in through the front, and bring it down. So before I did that, I moved my laser out of the way. All right, so we want to get this practically in the middle. So it is in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my cord and connect it on the side of the machine. All right, so there is a 4-pin plug on the side of the machine. You want to go ahead and just plug that in. Thing that we have to do is to set the correct height for the laser. So we're going to grab this tool and we're going to set it right here on top. And then we're going to bring our laser forward. And we're going to bring the laser down until it is just touching the top of that first level. So I'm just going to go ahead, get my hand in there, holding the laser. I'm just going to unscrew the 2 buttons at the side. Hold it well because it's going to fall. You saw that it came down a bit. Ahead and bring this down so it sits on top of it. And then we're just going to go ahead and lock those screws. So this is basically us focusing the laser. This is the height the laser needs to be to properly engrave. If it is out of focus, the machine will stop. So what you're seeing in the video, I'm going to take a photo of the tumbler and then I'm going to go ahead and move the image over that tumbler and I'm going to resize it. And then I am going to rotate it. So at the top panel where it says rotation, we can type in -90 degrees or we can type in 270 degrees. It will still give you -90 and that allows us to rotate the tumbler. All right. So if you notice that green dot in the middle of your design, that is where on the right panel, I told it to do the top. I selected the top of the design. Okay, so far so good. I'm good with the trace. So I'm going to tell it to go ahead and do the engraving. Guys, it is all done. And in my estimation, it did not take as long as the machine said it would. So now that it's finished, we're just going to go ahead and take it out. And I'll show it to you. But remember, that's not the final step. You have to actually wash the tumbler to get rid of any residues. So what you're hearing right now is just the vent fan. So let's open that up. And most importantly, let's move the laser out of the way. We don't want to damage that. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this section here. Move it away. And then I'm going to retighten this so it doesn't turn. And then I'm going to open this to get the tumbler off. Okay, and here is the design. So I'm just going to go ahead and wash it up a bit. So there was, all right, so this is it all washed up. So it's LA is totally awesome. So this is it all washed up. So as I said, I had something here. I thought I'd gotten rid of it. I'm going to try something else. It's some glue thing. It's sticky. It's some glue thing. Thought I'd gotten rid of it, but it's there still. So I'm going to try some glue gun to remove it, and then we should be all good. All right, so let me know what you think about this machine, and if you're interested in this, then everything that I'm using will be linked in the description. So thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.